Hi, welcome back to Crystal Corner and the weekly Reiki. I was going to say beginning, but it's Wednesday, so we'll just say weekly Reiki. So welcome back. I am your host, Lani Wu. I'm excited to be here to share another crystal with you, as well as a mini Reiki session. But before we get there, let's get started with our Crystal Corner. I'm just trying to think if I had anything new on today, and I really don't. So we'll just jump right in. So today, my intention is to talk to you about Black Garnet. Now, some of you may be familiar with reddish garnet, which I have on here, a little bracelet. Hold on. That beaded bracelet, that's garnet, red garnet, which is really good in terms of relationships, romantic and non-romantic, platonic, I guess you could say, even familiar relationships. Garnet is good for that. This is Black Garnet, and this is actually a geode. So the inside of it would be the actual sparkly part that we like to look at. And you could see parts of that here. It's a spectacular piece. Like, I was like very shocked when I received it because it's very, very, very nice. But it also crumbs a little easy. So I would probably like encase this in something so that I could keep the particles that crumb, maybe use that as pieces in a crystal grid art or something like that. But I want to keep all of the crystal that I can. So this is Black Garnet, and it's also known as Black Melanite, and it's a variety of androdite. It's a species of garnet. It has a very high iron content, so that means we know from hematite, which also has a very high iron content, that it's very good for grounding because it controls your blood flow with the iron content. Black Garnet is also very good for transformation, strength, and protection. Now it also has a titanium content, which is tied to stability and resilience. So if you think about the titans, then that will give you a clue about what titanium will do. Think strong, warrior like. In Feng Shui, it attracts positive energy when you place it near the entry or doorways, and we'll talk more about that in a second. The chakras that it affects are the root and the Earth Star chakra. And the Earth Star chakra is I'm always having some type of like bug like interaction when I'm recording. But the Earth Star is right below, it's like 12 inches below your feet. So it's in the earth pretty much. The element that Black Garnet governs is earth, of course. You can find it in Mexico, Morocco, and in Mali. It's a Saturn stone, and the astrological signs that it goes with is Pisces, Capricorn, Sag, and Scorpio. So it's really good for grounding, as we said, creativity, protection, renewal, and strength. These are all qualities and traits that we need in this eclipse season, right? So it's going to enhance your connection to Earth. So it's probably good to use it in meditation. If you're doing any type of shamanic journeys, it's good for that as well. Any type of shadow work that you're doing, it's good in releasing, working with it to release any type of anxiety or fears you may experience. Negative energy, shame, unworthiness, and victimization. It's going to shield you from any type of EMF energy and any type of unwanted negative energy. It supports your reproductive, skeletal, and urinary systems, and it's good for shadow work again, and it creates a shield that's really difficult to permeate. So I think that's why it's good for energy workers to work with that, because the amount of grounding that it provides and protection is very good for people who are dealing with energy on an everyday basis in all types of forms. Now, it's going to also enhance your confidence and your courage. It's going to encourage positive thinking and personal growth. And it also enhances your connection to the spiritual realm and facilitates communication with higher beings and guides. So a little bit of a history is that it was worn historically by the ancient Egyptians in tombs as a type of protection, but also biblical warriors also wore it in battle for protection, like a talisman. Okay, but it was also worn during the Victoria era as jewelry during mourning. So it's also known to encourage or to promote stamina, longevity, creativity, and a zest for life. It dissolves feelings of jealousy and resentment and feelings of a lack of love. It helps you to be honest in your self-expression and releasing of old emotional patterns. You can charge it in the sun or in the moon, or using selenite, or you can use water to cleanse it and it won't disintegrate. So what else I want to tell you about Black Garnet is that I have an affirmation here that you can use if you're going to be working with this. Of course, you can do your own affirmation as well, but you could use, I feel deep passion and motivation for what I do for the world. You could also use, my connection to the earth provides me with unwavering strength and support. Something else you could do with garnet, and I'm going to show you a little example of that, is since it's really good for protecting your entryways and your doorways, you could create a protection grid at your door. It could be simple, it could be complex. I'm going to give you a couple of examples of that. And before I do that, let me give you some combinations of crystals that you could use with Black Garnet for certain things. You can use selenite with Black Garnet for clearing energy, and I'll show you that in a second, an example of that. You can use moldavite and Black Garnet. That is a very powerful crystal combination because moldavite is such a transformational stone in itself. And Black Garnet is as well, but Black Garnet is going to provide you with that stabilizing, grounding that you need when you're dealing with moldavite to keep you kind of connected to earth. They won't sail away. You can also use amethyst with black garnet to kind of reduce stress that you may feel in a certain situation or place. It could also help you with migraines if you experience those. So I've talked with you at length about crystal grids, so I'm not gonna reheat my own nachos on that. But what I will go over is some different shapes that you could possibly use. Again, you don't have to go all complex with your crystal grid shape, but if you want to, you can. So let me show you some different versions of what you can do. If you just want to work with the black garnet, you can just work with black garnet, but I would tell you to pair it with either a clear quartz, which is going to amplify it, or a selenite, which is going to amplify and clear it. If you have other black stones, other Saturn stones that you'd like to work with, include those with the black garnet and a clear stone, either a quartz or a selenite, and I think that would do you well. In terms of shapes, you can play around with different things. Since you're doing it for protection, I would look for some type of protective symbol. This is me drawing, so it's very rough, a rough draft, but you could do a lotus here, and that is for transformation, because black granite is for that as well. You could do the Eye of Horus here, protection, and this is a protection sigil. You could take it back to Adinkra symbols, West African symbols. You can do the Sankofa, which deals with looking back towards your past and your ancestors for your future and answers for questions about the future. And then this is symbol for the tree of God, an Adinkra symbol. And this Adinkra symbol, well, that one was called Sankofa, and then this one is Nyame Dua. I'm probably mispronouncing that. And then I thought I had something else, but no. So you could do those shapes, or you could do no shape at all. You could do something artistic, or you could do something that kind of blends in with your aesthetic. So what I'd like to do is to show you, I'd like to include a living type of element with my crystal grids. So I'm going to use a plant and show you how you can do this crystal grid at an entryway or doorway using a plant and the garnet and other Saturn stones and some clear stones as well. So let me show you. Okay, so I have my house plant here, and so I'm just going to show you how you can make a crystal grid out of this. So the crystals that we're going to work with are the black garnet. I have smoky quartz here. I'm very careful not to break my black garnet or any of the others. Don't want you guys feeling like I have favorites. And I have black obsidian here. I have a chunk of clear quartz and selenite wand. So you're going to do all the things. You're going to pray over the crystals and the plant, because the plant is also in our crystal grid. Okay, so just going to start to place the crystals around, and because this is a kind of unique type of platform that we're dealing with, so the placement will be unique as well. So I'm going to start with the focus stone for this is going to be the Black Garnet. So I kind of want that raised up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leverage it with the selenite, and I'm going to put it on top of the selenite. And what that's also going to do is help to clear the Black Garnet of the things that it's picking up coming from the door. And also I want to make sure that it's kind of leaning up against the plant so it's kind of sturdy and it won't fall. And then I'll work on placing the other. Here's my smoky quartz. Put that one in because that one's kind of the biggest one other than the Black Garnet. And I'll put the black obsidian in. But what I'll do, since this is going to amplify both of them, I'm going to put this clear quartz in the middle of the smoky quartz and the black obsidian. There you have it. So you have the Black Garnet on the selenite. I'm going to turn this around very slowly so that I do not drop it. Now you see why it's important to lean the Black Garnet up against the plant. And I'm going to tip it so you can see. I'm also going to show you a picture, but you can see how I have the smoky quartz and the black obsidian in between the quartz. And you can set this at your door. It's so unassuming, and it's kind of cute. So I'm probably just gonna go right back downstairs and put this by the door. It's actually kind of by the front door. It's by the front window, so that might be the place for it. And I might just leave the Black Garnet in there for a little bit. So there you have it. Our crystal corner with Black Garnet. Please let me know if you decide. First of all, let me know if you get Black Garnet, or if you have worked with it. What do you think about it? What are your thoughts? But also, I want to know if you do a crystal grid. Did you use a plant? What did you use? What were the other crystals? Come back and drop down in the comments and let me know. You know I like to hear about all the details. So what we're going to do now is we are going to conclude our Crystal Corner segment, and we are going to move on to our mini weekly Reiki session. So going to be using our garnet in our weekly Reiki session. So in the meantime, you're going to find a place where you can be comfortable and not disturbed, so you can get all the Reiki healing that you need without being interrupted. This time too, I want us to set an intention. I want you to set an intention on where you'd like this Reiki healing to go. Is it a specific situation, relationship? Maybe it's something going on in the world right now and you want to direct the Reiki to. Whatever it is, set your intention, and I'll be right back with the Reiki. Welcome to our next segment, which includes our mini weekly Reiki session. I have our garnet, and I also have a stick of selenite to use. So we're all ready. I hope that you are comfortable. Just a couple of ground rules before we start. I hope you set your intention of where you want this Reiki to go. Again, it can go to a particular situation, a relationship, a person, wherever really. Just set your intention before we start. Now, the Reiki is intelligent. It knows where to go, especially if we're telling it. It's gonna get there. So just relax. Allow your body to just release any type of tension that you may have been holding throughout the day. And remember, we are going to preserve this feeling so we can access it all week. So just relax. We're going to start with some deep breaths. And then you're going to see me motion my hands. You may see me do symbols in the air. Those are Reiki symbols that allow me to send the Reiki healing to you more precisely. You may also see me lay my hands on my own body, in which I'm using my body as a surrogate to send you long distance healing. So okay, we're going to get started. Again, we're going to take some deep breaths. You can close your eyes. You can lay down. Just make sure that you're comfortable. You can burn a candle. You can burn incense. Whatever you need to make you comfortable during this time, do it. Okay? So, we're going to start by taking some deep breaths in and taking our day off. So, take a deep breath in. And release it. Take another deep breath in. And release it. Take another deep breath in. This time, hold your breath in. And release. Take another deep breath in. Hold it. And you're going to tense your body, your muscles up tight while you're holding it. And release. Release your breath, release your body. Take another deep breath in. Hold it. Tense your body, tense your muscles up tight while you're holding it. Release your breath, release your body. Let's do that again. Take a deep breath in. Hold it. Tense your body up tight. Tense your muscles while you're holding your breath. And release it. Release your breath, release your body. Okay, so I want you to continue to breathe deeply on your own. And I'm going to start the Reiki, okay? Take some time now and slowly move back into your body. You can start by wiggling your fingers and your toes. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Welcome back. I feel great. I hope you feel great too. Oh, it's so good to do Reiki with you. Let me fully come back into my body. Okay, so just a couple of aftercare tips. You're going to want to drink some water, plenty of it, because during our healing session, we have dislodged toxins and things that really just need to come out of your body. And so the water is going to provide that vehicle for us. So drink plenty of water. You're also going to take note of any dreams that you may have after your treatment. Sometimes you may get messages from spirit, from the ancestral realm. So maybe keep a notebook or some type of notepad or some type of way to record your messages or your dreams. Okay. We are going to preserve this feeling. We're going to put this up somewhere where we have access to it all week when we need it, and we will need it. So do that, and just relax and bask in the Reiki healing. Okay, so I want to thank you so much for joining me today for our Crystal Corner, where we talked about Black Garnet and our weekly mini Reiki session. I'm your host, Lani Wu, and I look forward to the next time when we can talk crystals and Reiki. Until then, peace. Step into the light.